So I'm just sizing it up here. With your cup, what you want to have going on is I find that the best handles in the end are handles where your hand actually touches the cup when you put your hand in the handle. So it gives a good center of gravity when you have hot tea or coffee or whatever in here to be able to pick it up and your hand touches it. So here's another example. For your assignment, I don't care how many fingers you can get in the cup handle. You're going to decide whether you're the kind of person that likes a one-finger handle, 2 fingers, whole hand. That I'm going to let you decide. Here's one that's got a handle that accommodates the whole hand. Remember that this shrinks 12%, so you want to make a little bit larger handle right now than what you're going to end up with. But at this stage, you cannot pick up the cup by the handle. So when you put the handle on, you're just going to put your hand in there while it's on the bisqueware tile and size it up. So let me find my place where I want to put this handle. It's going to be right here. So I'm sizing it up. On this one, I'm going to make it a little bit longer so I could get all of my fingers into the handle. So as I'm sizing it up, I put my hand in there and figure, okay, about 12% shrinkage. So I'm going to tear off my handle. Right now I'm just setting it on there for a few seconds so that I can resize it, and that's going to be about right once it shrinks. There's a little room now between my hand and the body of the cup, so that should be good later. I'm going to score and add on the handle. The tube handles, because they're more than one thickness, they're rolled around, you can put them usually on the cup body right away. If you're doing a strap handle like I showed you with your pinch pots, where you're just using one layer of clay, usually you're going to have to put that to the side and let it set up a little while before you put the handle on, because it'll be too floppy at this point. But see, the tube handle holds its own shape pretty well because it's a double thickness. Very good. Leslie, can you say that a little bit louder?
Do you have to vent the handle?
Yes, you must vent the handle. Why? Because it's full of air. It's got an air pocket. Excellent. So that was going to be my next question to you guys. What's wrong with this? And you were going to answer me correctly that you need to vent it. But she was thinking ahead. So we want to put reinforcement coil here and here, and then we're going to smooth that down so that this appears seamless in here, and we might want to put a little more texture in that area. Going back to the venting of the handle, here's a tube handle that I made, and what I usually do is I will take a needle tool and I always vent mine right here, so that I know later, so I'm venting it right here, so that I know later where to take the glaze out. Once we put on glaze, we need to re-vent that hole or else the handle will explode off. If you put your hole somewhere else, write that in your notes, because you think you're going to remember later where you vented it, and sometimes students are poking all over the place trying to find where they put their vent hole. So I suggest doing it here, but if you deviate from that for any reason, which is fine, I don't care. I just always do it here so I'll remember. Just write it in your notes where you put the vent. Alright? So going back to this, take a wooden knife, smooth this down, and if you want to add texture back on it, you can. As you're doing your cup, putting the handle on, take a look at the negative shape that you've created in here and try to do something that has a nice looking curve on it. So while the clay is still wet, I'm pinching it a little bit so that my negative space from all, I better look at it from this angle as well. See, from this side it looks pretty good, the negative shape. So you want to spend some time getting that looking really nice as well. Then we want to talk about the top edge here, because this is going to be what is going to be touching your face. So it's a good idea to take a chamois and smooth, this is a wet chamois, smoothing down the top edge to thin it down a little bit, but to also make it very lip friendly. If you don't have a chamois, what you can do is get a paper towel, put it in water, wring it out, and that will work very well also to smooth down the top edge. Test your handle at this point by picking it up on a bisqueware or tile and holding it this way to see if that handle is going to work well.